Okay, good evening. Oh, we got more coming on. I'm so proud of everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm really excited for tonight. I just feel so inspired because we get to highlight our team tonight. I know the last 2 weeks we've had some outside people that have spoken to you, and those have been amazing. So if you have not watched those recordings of Jenny Crane and Samantha Allen, really go back and watch those. So that being said, I'm just going to do a couple housekeeping tips, and then I have to keep the Zoom very tight tonight and end it at 8:30 because I have to go drive and pick up some people. But just some housekeeping stuff. When it comes to Team Act, I first of all I'm proud of the leaders that have gotten to the point where their teams are big enough and they've created their own team pages. I just think that's so awesome, and I want that to continue, you guys. Just please know I don't want you to ever feel like you're held back from that. This is not about me. This is about each and every one of you growing into your own leadership and inspiring your teams the way you want to inspire them. If you do add people to Team Act, I want to remind you that I have a pinned post, which is now called an announcement. And if you go to the Facebook page, you can see there's going to be titles at the top. And the top announcement has all of the trainings that take place on a weekly basis. So when you invite somebody on, a new team member or whatnot, I just think it's really beneficial for them and for you if you tag them in that pinned announcement so that they can put all of the calls and the trainings that happen on a weekly basis in their calendar. Because when we say yes to network marketing, this industry, if you want to achieve a level of success that allows you to make residual income and really leave a lasting legacy, you have to treat it like a business. And that means showing up when you don't want to show up, plugging in when you don't want to plug in. And you're always going to get what you need when you do that. But you have to know when things take place. So I just want you to know that pin post is there. And that is something I want you to tell your team members about as soon as they are added to Team Act, when and if they choose to be on there. The other thing is Vitality Living. I want to remind you, I've gotten a lot of questions these last couple weeks about this. I put my customers, of course, on Vitality Living, but I also put my prospects on there, and I know other people do as well. I think it's a great idea. I think it's good for somebody that has seen the ABC report, that you know is truly interested, like they're kind of on the fence. And I always ask them. I never add them without asking them. I let them know, hey, we've got a page and I can find a lot of stories that will resonate with what you've been telling me. I would love to add you to that page and then show you some of those stories if you'd like for that to happen. And then I educate them on how it's going to happen. I let them know, I'm going to invite you. You're going to receive that invite. So look at it through your Facebook thread. And then once you get that invite, once you accept it, then I can tag you. And they always get back to me and they're like, okay, I got it and I accepted. Like, they're excited to see those things. Same thing with Vitality Living as well. There's a top announcement post on there also that goes through all of the products. Go for No is still happening. There's only a few of us that are tracking that. And I just really want you to, anytime you want to press the restart button on Go for No, do that, you guys. It's just a great way to stay accountable. We're going till the end of May. We're doing the 90 days. It's just a great thing. Every training I've been to lately, even outside of LifeVantage in my networking groups, it's been on affirmations, it's been on self-belief, and they always talk about those little daily disciplines that can add up to so much. And I hear all the time, 2 a day. And Stu Brody has said that for the longest time, 2 a day, 2 a day. Whether it's 2 new contacts on Facebook, whether it's 2 new discussions that you start on Facebook, just that 2 a day rule, I think, is a great discipline, daily discipline to start, not going to bed until you've done that. And then lastly, not forgetting that the influencer program is still happening, and that goes until the end of June, up until Kansas City. So make sure that you look at that. That is not something you have to do on a monthly basis. You can accumulate that by the end of June, and we still have a lot of time. So I wanted you to know that too. Okay, tonight I'm super excited. It is all about the sisters tonight, and it's so exciting. So I'm going to start off with Jeanette Palmer, and I'm going to have her introduce her sister, Grace Fox. And then I have just a few, Grace, I'll get you going. I have some questions for her. I just love what is happening with this family, with these sisters, with everything that's taken place. And I just think we can all learn so much from it, be so inspired from it. And then I'm going to have Grace introduce her twin, Christy. Christy and her husband, David. And they have an incredible story as well, from where they've been to the decision they made and then where they are now. And they are both just rock stars. Like the customers they're bringing in, the activity that they're doing, I just am so inspired by it. So that's why I asked them to be on tonight. So Jeanette, I'm going to pass the baton to you. You better show your face. I'm going to have you introduce your beautiful sister, Grace.
You can read my text message.
Show your face, introduce Grace.
I like it. That was a good rhyme, but you didn't read my text message. I told you I've been working all day.
This is family. Get over it.
I don't like it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Hi guys, how are you? I'm so excited because yes, these are my beautiful, beautiful sisters, and I'm telling you, if you're going to do anything, you do it with your family. 5 years ago, one of my biggest things that I decided when I decided to build this as a business, one of the things I decided to do was I wanted to build it in Texas because I wanted to build it so I could go and visit my family. The desire was so I could go have tax write-offs, and they can both contest to when I go down there. It's all about working because I'm going to write that trip off and I'm going to make sure that, but I get to see them. I get to be around them. I get to, and we've seen each other in the last 5 years more than probably we have in a long time. Grace, oh my gosh, she saw it like that with me. And we've been running hand in hand for the past 5 years. She did take a little bit of a break and she'll talk a little bit about that. But I have just had so much fun with her. It is just a blessing to do this with your family, and to be able to do this with Grace for so long has been fun because she's seen the, different things that's happened in our family health-wise and stuff like that. And we get to watch what these amazing products have done for our family. And then what an extra, blessing and opportunity to have Christy and David jump in with us, and many others in our family are starting to jump on as well. And so it is just, now we're just waiting and we're growing and we're moving fast so we can all sit on the beaches of the world together. That's our desire, is to sit there and hang out, right, girls? So Grace, I love you. Be amazing. You are just so powerful. I love you so much. And so this is yours, girl.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Hi, LifeVantage family. Can everybody hear me?
We got you, hun.
Hi. So, when Tanya asked me to speak on this Zoom, I thought, gosh, I'm not qualified to do that. I'm just Grace. And so I just want to encourage you tonight to not give up on yourself. Don't give up on you. So a little bit about my story. Jeanette introduced me to this business about 5 years ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then 4 years went by or so, and I kind of did it. I didn't really go to Elite, but just a few times. And it just really wasn't my timing. And so in between that time, my very best friend who's on there, Dawn Turner, you guys know Dawn, she told me, I'm going to sign up for LifeVantage, but I'm not going to sell anything. Don't ask me. I'm just going to take the products. So I was like, all right, whatever. And, the area here, if you look on Big Blue, there are hardly any meetings in Frisco, Texas. So we have like an open field just to run hard. And I thought, well, I can't really run. I don't have a team. I felt like I was kind of on an island by myself. And, through the process, Jeanette, she would come and I would work a little bit. And then I'd just kind of like, okay, love you, see you when I see you kind of thing. But she kept loving me right where I was at. And so one evening, Dawn said, hey, let's go to a meeting in Dallas. And when you don't live in Dallas, it's like dang, we got to drive to Dallas. And it's a big deal. You're in traffic and it's just blah, blah, blah. So we go to this meeting and it's Carrie Williams speaking, and it's a home meeting. It's very small. And I watched Carrie just love on people like I had seen Jeanette do for so long on me. And she loved on people. And then through the process, we realized through the course of the meeting that her family in Texas lives just a few miles from me. So we decided we were going to give her a ride home. But when you're going to give Carrie Williams a ride home, you have to wait till she's done talking to every single person. And you have to wait patiently. And so God taught me some patience with that, because, there's always, when I saw her on stage or when I saw her at Elite, there's this huge line of people wanting to talk to her. But when I saw her at that home meeting, I thought, gosh, she's just a girl. She's just a lady like me. And she shared her heart. And I just kind of really, really liked her a whole lot more. And so anyway, we decided to give her a ride home. So to Dawn's house, I'm guessing, I'm so bad at directions, but it's like 45 minutes to Dawn's house. And then I'm going to take her from Dawn's house all the way to my house, which is about another 45 minutes. So here I am thinking, I didn't clean out my car. My car's a mess. And I'm going to give Carrie Williams, this lady who makes all this money in LifeVantage, a ride home. And it's like midnight. And so, we get in the car and we just start chatting. And then she's, basically it came to, do we want to really talk about LifeVantage? And she said, Grace, if you don't want to talk about LifeVantage, we don't have to. We can talk about other things. And I thought, I've got Carrie Williams in my car by myself. I'm going to take this opportunity. So the very last thing she said to me, before she said, thank you for the ride, she said, do you want it? Either you want it or you don't. And so I thought, I kind of want it. So finally it clicked. So it took me, I'm a late bloomer. It took me 5 years to really figure out, I want it. So, and then my sister Christy joined our team. And so I feel like now I'm not on an island, and I feel like I have some people to lock arms with. So I would encourage you, don't give up, because your person that you're going to lock arms with is out there. Don't feel like you're on an island, because honestly, I called Candy in Idaho. Candy, I don't even know where you live. I know you live in are you in Cambridge or something? But I called Candy and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go talk to some hair people. And she did a third-party validation for me. And guys, it's so easy. You just say, I'm calling my business partner, and you put the phone on speaker. She talked. I sold 3 hair cares. So thanks, Candy. So yay, Candy. So anyway, I just want to encourage you guys, don't give up. And if it's not your season, just stay in it to win it. Because if you look at where this company's going, you look at the stock. I bought some stock early on. And then you look at the amazing people that are in this company and the business side of it. You don't want to give up. So I look forward to laying on the beaches with some of you guys. And I promise I won't wear a bikini unless the physique challenge works really well for me. And I just look forward to doing life with you guys, LifeVantage family. This is the night that I took Carrie home. This was September 2nd, 2018. And then I think earlier Tanya showed a picture of my sisters. And then some of you guys know my Mama Rose. And she's been on the products for over 5 years as well. So anyway, love you guys. I'm going to introduce Christy and David now. Christy and David, they live about 7 miles from me. Oh, go ahead.
Great. Before
Yes.
you go on, I just want to first of all tell you, like, that was amazing. That was so good. And I love, first of all, don't ever say again, I'm just Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
And don't say I'm not worthy to be on this call, because you so are. And
Thank you, Tanya.
everything you just said, like, you taught through the entire thing. You were a teacher as you shared your story. And I love the fact that it was 5 years before you made that decision. Like timing is everything for each and every one of us. And sometimes we got to go through the crap to get to the point where we realize I finally have a why. My desire is finally intact. And what a stinking blessing that along the way in those 5 years, if all we want to do is spend $40 a month to try Pro Tandem and then decide that we're ready to go, you don't have to reinvest. You don't have to get a new pack. You don't have to do anything to say, I'm ready. And you just start from square one. And that is such a huge blessing. So I'm so proud of you. And that was amazing. I just wanted you to know
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So, Christy, David, you guys are going to be blessed by them, blessed by their story. They're amazing. They inspire me. And even when I feel like I don't want to do any LifeVantage stuff, Christy calls me with a question. So I have to do LifeVantage stuff with Christy. She and Jeanette and Dawn and David, they just push me and inspire me. And I know they're going to inspire you tonight. So Christy and David, love you guys. There you go.
Hey. Hi, I'm Christy and this is David. Can you see him? Hey,
Yep.
Okay, so 5 years ago, David and I were in another direct sales company, and we felt we were doing fantastic and having a great time and earning an extra stream of income, but just not quite getting where we wanted to be. And so our story started in November this year. We actually, David started using the hair care system. We were able to get a hold of it, and he started using it, and what he calls thinking spot started to fill in. And so with that, our belief started to fill in. It was like as each little hair grows, our belief has grown. And David and I literally decided if his hair was growing, and we thought, you know what, maybe there's something to this little yellow pill they all talk about. Because before that, we were kind of stuck in our own ways, stuck in our own head. We were excited about another company, and we honestly didn't want to listen. So because of David's new hair growth, we decided to give the little yellow pill a try, and we jumped on Nerf 1 and Nerf 2. Figured if we're going to try it, we're going to try it all. David and I are kind of all in or nothing kind of people. We run hard. We started using product, started feeling amazing. We kind of wondered how many years we basically put a Band-Aid over things instead of actually going in and seeing things kind of repairing themselves. So from better sleep to skin clearing up to we just started sharing with friends. And the more stories we started hearing come back, from their back pain being less to anxiety being less, we just started getting fired up. So we talk a lot, we share a lot, and because of that, we're seeing that extra stream of income coming in. And we're honestly not even quite sure how it's coming in, but we're super fired up it's coming in. So we utilize Jeanette like crazy. As Grace said, we utilize her, and Dawn better look out, because when she comes back, I'll probably be utilizing her. David, do you want to share what kind of everything's done for you as well?
Well,
is that okay?
It's just, I don't know why I like the way the products are working, and the idea of being proactive versus reactive. You know, because in the other things that we've done, we've been more reactive, you know, supplementing what our body couldn't do. And now we're using a product that's actually helping our body to do what it's supposed to do, so that we don't have to supplement it. And I know a lot of bald men that would like their hair to grow. So that's what I was really excited about that, because, you know, that thinking spot on the back of my head as it closes up, because I've never seen anything. I can't see from here back anyway, but now I probably look more at my head than I have in my whole entire life. since it started growing now. So I've got the mirror going all the time now.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome. Can you guys
Yeah.
explain to us, like, what are some of the differences that you're experiencing being a part of LifeVantage versus the company that you were in before?
Well, honestly, any big differences as far as product goes, or as far as
Just like
product
maybe the
goes,
people or the culture or anything?
we had such a loving team with them that's what took us so long to leave, is because of the loyalty we felt to them. But what we're finding here is people are just as willing to love on us, just as willing to open up their arms to us. And quite honestly, actually, I love that the difference here with LifeVantage is we're seeing a faster response time to if we need help. Does that make sense? Like, if I need help, I can get that help almost immediately versus scheduling help. Does that quite make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And a lot of the people we're speaking to, like I said, being more proactive versus reactive. A lot of the Pro Tandem and the ABC and the videos and things like that are explaining things that are helping people versus supplementing things that they're not doing. And the people just seem to be more receptive because we're asking for their opinion, and they're giving us their opinion and telling us the things that they want to cure.
Hey, Tanya, you guys have to know, David is a rock. I mean, like, he kills it. He calls people, he uses the ABC video, and he just says, I need your opinion. This is what my wife and I are using. This is how I'm feeling. This is what it's doing. And he said, can I get your opinion? And 100% of the time, people say yes. They may not say yes to product right now, but 100% of the time they say, yes, I'll give you my opinion.
And you can't prejudge anybody, because we have people that are getting on product that we would never, ever thought. But because we're reaching for those no's, we're running across people just saying, hey, you know what? I've been talking about that, thinking about that. And I really like the idea behind that. How do I get that?
That's
and
so
then we'll
awesome.
go from there. It's pretty neat.
Right. And so the more we hear yes, the more fired up we are. So we just keep sharing.
So we asked two more people.
I love it. Can I get your opinion? And I think there's a great lesson too in the fact that, for a long time, you had two sisters asking you to be a part of this, and you were happy. You were so content where you were. And it was probably really tough to imagine you getting the same kind of community that you were getting with the company that you were at. And I think for all of us on here, we all know someone that is already in a network marketing company. And just because they're in it does not mean I have asked, in Going for No, I have asked more of my friends, knowing they're in a network marketing company lately than ever before. And I tell them straight up, I'm like, I'm going to be bold here. Like, we're friends and I adore you. So of course I'm going to ask you. I'm like, have you ever considered checking out another opportunity outside of what you're doing right now? And sometimes they're like, nope, I found my home. And sometimes they're like, well, maybe, right? And so then we're setting something up. But just because they said no, just because a friend says no, does not mean that you stop loving on them. You continue to love their posts and just keep that relationship going, and just letting them know when you end that conversation, like for, David and Christy saying, if something ever happens or you ever decide that you're open, just know that I'm here for you, and know that there is another culture just like yours where you can find love and support and grow in a big way. And then end it at that, right? But then keep that relationship going in case the day comes, like for David and Christy, where something happens to their organization or they're just ready to make that change. And then you can open the doors for them wholeheartedly and bring them on in. So I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm just, you made Pro 1, which is amazing. That's such a big first step. Big first step. And are you going to Kansas City?
Yes.
Is that in the United States? Is that in this country?
Yes, it's Kansas is
a little north,
out of our country. But yes.
But it's in the United States, yes.
Hey, Tanya, you brought up how reaching out to other people, you know, your friends and other direct sales or other network marketing. The point is people want to belong to something. It's really that someone walking into a room and knowing your name, someone loving on you just where you're at, someone knowing who your kids are, someone knowing who your husband is, and someone just loving you right where you're at and loving you on the way to where you're going and not expecting you to be anything more than you absolutely are right now. That's it. That's what it's all about. And so David and I are feeling that here. Obviously, we have a little deeper love for a few of the girls on here, but, you know, growing up with them, but we are seeing that this community is accepting no matter where you come from, no matter what part of the country you're in or age range, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Black, white, green, or purple, we're going to be loved on. So
I love it. That's a great point, especially in today's world of social media. You guys, last week I met with a gal on Friday, and you look at this person and you would think she has it all together, like that her life is pristine. Like it's the highlight reel that you get is what is actually happening. And in all reality, she's exhausted. She's worn out. She feels like she's having to live to a certain standard that she's created that is now really just making her tired. And she was so truly depressed. And my point in that is, like, my meeting with her that day, I did not go in with an agenda. I went in to make a friend and just be with this person because I wanted to learn from her. And I actually was able to end up feeding her. And that is the greatest gift that we can give in loving one another. Like Christy said, is just being that listener, being that person in their life that they don't get. This woman was so used to people showing up to meet with her and having an agenda. She was so used to people wanting her to be on their team. I didn't bring it up once. I just didn't because it wasn't the right time. She just needed someone to hear her. And we can give that to people. Like, as fast as we want to grow and as much as we want this to happen for us, people say yes to you, right? And your business grows at the speed of trust. So be that person in their life when people need it more than ever, when people feel more lonely more than ever. Just be that person. And then when the timing is right for them, they're going to choose you because of how special and how unique you stood out amongst everybody else. So thank you so much, Christy and David. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Jeanette. I just love you guys so much. And I'm so proud of everybody. And I thank you so much but don't leave yet. I have something I want to read to you, but I'm going to end the recording. Please make sure that you get this to everybody and let everybody know about it. And I will post this on Team Act tonight or tomorrow. So I will stop the recording right now.